Hello everybody and welcome to another episode from the Realm of Vasten. This, I gotta show you around. I gotta show you around before we do anything else. This city has come so far recently. I might be talking just because I've been working in it so much. I mean, Criddle has been unbelievably busy here just doing some stuff, and I got there's so many things I want to show you. I did a live stream and I did show off some of this, so there may be some overlap if you saw the live stream. But this area, so I built this bridge between episodes like 2 episodes ago, and I built it because I thought it looked cool and had it was a good place for a bridge, but there wasn't bridging over anything. So I decided that this should be water. So I brought in all this water, put in a bunch of soul sand so you get the bubbles. Now I'm playing currently with particle effects off because I'm getting a little bit framey here today. So I just thought that not particles on, they're minimal, not off, but with particles on it's a lot better, but it's fine. It is what it is. It just helps me record a little bit better. So you can imagine. So there's some lore behind it though, and we'll swim over here and check out. There's a tiny little farm. It's quite nice over here. Wow, I am just... Oh, it's because of the soul sand. Okay, so I just built a little farm over here. I think, did I just trample crops? I did, maybe. That's okay. It looks kind of cool. Yeah, oh, I just did it again. I keep trampling all the crops I planted. So a little farm over here, and just goes along the road, and all that stuff connects now, which is awesome. So, so this is where people in this area can get fresh water, because this white sand, it's not good for water. It's not good for drinking water, right? That's kind of the idea. We have flirted with kind of the idea of that it's bones from the explosion, from people in the explosion. I don't know. You know, someone mentioned that's a lot of bone. Maybe too much. I don't know. But you know, the idea is that you shouldn't drink it. I think that's a fair way to think of it. So what the idea is, every night, there are ice boat racetracks. Oh yeah, and I did this on a live stream with Jerm and Pride helping me out. The racetrack is completely iced, and we have that at the Bankers Clan. So it's the ice that doesn't melt. It's called not crushed. Is it? No, it's compressed ice. I think compressed ice. Anyway, and we have a trade for the Banking Clan. So basically, it just takes a chest full of any item, which then will give you a chest full of what it is. I think if you're watching this series this deep in, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, so that's all good. So the ice boat, now there are not the slime block launchers aren't in yet. I don't know how to do that. I could look it up, but I think that is kind of somebody to remember's wheelhouse. So I'm just gonna let him do it all in good time. He's dealing with a little bit of an injury right now and taking some time off of YouTube. So whenever he's back, that'll be just fine. If you didn't see it, Swan released a video. Hey, I'm asking everyone. You know, I always say check out my friends, but Swan hasn't done a Vasten video in a while and just came back and started work on a villager breeder, which is awesome. We really need it. So the villager breeder is. It's not functional yet, but it's like running. So check out Swan's description here and go give his video some love from us over here. Anyway, so that's what we've been working on. Well, in the live stream and stuff like that. So the lore is, oh yeah, sorry, I got mixed up. The lore is that there are people who owe money to the 3 princes of up in that throne room up there. And how they work off their debt is every night after the ice boat races, they go up into the extreme hills, which actually that is kind of what I want to work on today. They go up in the extreme hills and they harvest ice and they bring it down. They basically replant the ice. They fix the track for the following day, because then over the course of the races, it melts and they have to be replaced. That's the idea. And then they bring all the sort of bad ice or cracked ice or whatever, they bring it down, they throw it in that water in the hot springs. I know that it's soul sand and not magma blocks, but I wanted it to bubble up, not down. So they put it in the hot springs and it melts, and that produces fresh drinking water. So that's kind of the idea. This area over here has now been leaved. I think last time we left, it was not yet. It was just sort of the buildings, and it's coming along. I really like this. I took this idea from Jerm. It's almost like, it looks like kind of wooden gutters or something. I really feel like it's a nice look. So I want to run that up the rest. I'm going to take a really good look at how I did these buildings, because I want to show you. I did a really, really unsymmetrical, unsquare buildings. Take a look at the inside of this. See, Pride was making fun of me, which I deserve completely, saying that you know, no interior is one thing, but no interior space is a whole nother level. Yeah, so I'll get there. It's just facades of buildings for right now. Some of them have actual space. None of them have interiors, and you can see there. A lot of them don't even have doors. Some of the newer ones I did, but I just want to make this like kind of a tight area. You know, this is pretty prime real estate right here on the river. So I think that a lot of people would sort of build pretty tight in here to have it. This is our skeleton farm that Criddle set up for us quite a while back now at this point. And yeah, I think, you know, we're getting there. I built a bunch of new houses since the live stream even. Actually, I built all the houses from here on. All these houses are new. So these guys, I didn't know that I did the fences there. That's surprising to me. I don't remember. I was in kind of a daze. I don't remember that. And this is the elven ruin that I did. I tried to learn Criddle's style a little bit because it's so nice, and try to just take some ideas from it. And also, that's a way to get up there to the enchanting table. So there is a way. I'm not sure exactly how you get in. Let me see if I can figure it out. Is it over here? Yeah, here. Yeah, okay, yeah. So there is a way, and I want to go up here just to take a look at the town. As it stands so far. Yeah, and you can kind of get an idea of how big it is. It's pretty solid. This is new. That one's new. That's Pride's sort of barrier wall of houses, which I don't think they've done yet. So at some point, Pride's been into Bone Bluffs, and I totally understand. That's an awesome project, and it's a big project, so it's going to take some time. I think I did this since last time we were together. This is the brown glazed terracotta. This is I don't remember if this is oak or birch now, but it's the strip variety of whichever one it is. And yeah, let's go into spectator. This is the Adventurers Guild in case you didn't see the episode. This is how you get into spectator mode in this world. And here is the new district. It's really coming along. All of this is new in the last episode. So, yeah, you know, like I like the colorful thing. I think it plays well with the rest of my area. It's so tight compared to over there, but I think that kind of works. I started working on some, like, filling some space. So let's talk about over here. See that little farm? I don't love it yet. It's not there yet. I just did it earlier today. I'm going to work more on that because the idea is not bad, but it's not there. I just need to work on it. I need to work it out and see how is best to proceed. I wanted one tower over here that's going to kind of play with those. I didn't want to have like no towers over here and a bunch of towers over there. So I did one here. I don't know if I'm going to do, because I feel like this would kind of signify the beginning of the Three Princes district. Because this is the line, this road is the line between that. Well, it's actually interesting. This is Criddle's district. We're going to go take a look at what Criddle's been doing here in a minute. And this is Pride's district. So this is kind of a confluence of, is that the right word? Confluence? I learned that from Thor the Dark World, of 3 different districts here. So I guess that right there where the road branches off is kind of the line. But yeah, Criddle's going to fill up all this space for sure. Probably in about an hour at the speed he builds. But yeah, so this is where we've gotten so far. There are some things I want to work on. Let me just take you through the projects I want to do. I want to work a lot on the palace. For one thing, I talked about this several episodes and I haven't really done anything about it. It's too sandstony. I love the footprint of it. You know, I love like the non-symmetrical nature of it. I think it's nice. I think it's really nice. So there's 2 things I want to work on with the palace. One is I want to work on adding in acacia to it. Just like not structurally. I did a few things. I think that these towers work kind of nice. They're not technically part of the palace, but okay. And I did one over here just to see what it would be like. We're not quite there yet. I need to replace those sandstone stairs with maybe spruce or something. They just stick out just a little bit too much. And maybe kind of hodgepodge in a little bit more. I don't know. Maybe some nature or something would help that out. All this needs to be white sanded. I'll get to that eventually. So that's one thing. The other there, you can see fire's frozen. That's okay. Pretend like it's going. So the other thing is that I want to really work on over here is I want to work on signs of life. Now, I just sent out a message. I don't want to speak until it happens, but I sent out a message about doing an episode with a special guest star to come here and just help me with some of that kind of stuff. So we'll see. Well, hopefully that'll happen. Because that's not, signs of life is not my forte. You know, I don't know what my forte is, but it's not signs of life. So I'm hoping to get some help on that in a future episode coming up very soon. But None of that's what I want to do today. Criddle mentioned, which if you saw the chat, maybe you saw it. Criddle mentioned that, because I was talking to him about, I'm not sure where really to go in this. I did white sand this whole area. This is sort of Monk's area, kind of a poor district. These are like my debtor slums here. Monk mentioned that nothing's happened with Criddle mentioned that there's nothing much that's happened to the Dwarven area in a while, and he's right. I haven't touched it in quite a while because I've not really known what to do about it. You know, there's these Dwarven ruins. They don't look as good from up here as they do from down here, to be honest. Let's just go down. Let's go game survival. The other way, if you're playing on the server and you're not OP'd, is you can just log out and you'll log back in and you're in survival. So, okay. So these people need a way into the extreme hills to collect ice. That's like that's how they pay. That's how they pay back their gambling debts, right? So I have an idea, and it's over here. There's a way through here. Uh-oh, Discord's giving me the business. Let me see if I can remember how to do this. Yeah. No, I can't. I don't remember how to go in streamer mode. Wait. Now I do. Okay. So there's a way, but darn if I can remember how to get over there. There is. How do you get to that tower? I can't remember. I thought there was a way like underneath here, but maybe there's not. You know what? Actually, these might just be facades. Okay. All right, Monk, don't be mad at me. Okay. We'll work that out in all good time. But this is the way, like, you could go under the track. We could set up maybe a tunnel or something that's going to go under the track, and it's going to go up into the extreme hills, because that is where these guys get their ice from. So let's take a look up here and see where maybe a good place. Now, my only requirement is that it is a dwarven looking build, because it's going to play off of these, and that you see it from the racetrack. And why is that important? Well, that's important because I want there to be interesting things as you go along the racetrack. So it might be quite a ways in here, you know. It might be right here, actually. This might be a pretty good place. Let's let the world load in and check it out over here. Come on, world. Show me some love. There you go. Not ideal. It's not ideal. It's kind of cool looking. That's got to go or something. We did have a bit of lore worked out that where when the ancient forbidden magic was cast, the spell, it messed up gravity, which is because there's a really cool Savannah M plateau biome over there. Oh, it looks like there's another big floating one right there. I don't know if that's connected or not. So we could say that it's affected gravity, and that's why that's happening up there. That would kind of make sense, I guess, according to the lore that we've set up. So we gotta all I really need to do is figure out a place where these guys would harvest ice, because that's an important thing, and I think it could be a really cool looking thing. Oh, here's maybe a place. I had talked to Monk quite a while back about maybe doing a farm over here, like a sheep farm, just because it's a good place for it. I'm hoping Kratos can sleep. So I don't want to do it right here. I could do it maybe on the other side, but then again, that's like right there. So let me look around for a place, sleep, and I'll come back and we'll discuss. All right. I just had a really great idea. Maybe, possibly a great idea. I'm hoping that I had a great idea. Okay, so the racetrack goes along here, blah, blah, blah. This is fine. This might be a really great spot right here and possibly another place, but I had a thought. What if, to make it easier for ice to freeze at higher altitudes, what if there was a giant, sort of tower, pillar, something here in the middle, and then attached to it would be maybe 4 ice platforms where ice would form, and then they could lower down and come back up to freeze, and then lower down sort of almost on command, like whenever one's frozen it lowers down, and then people can harvest it. And this might be the perfect place. So That's what I'm going to go for. So it might be a little weird here to have just a huge pillar because we're kind of in the middle of nowhere. I mean, you know, it's not that far away, but I believe that this is the place. And I think how we're going to do it is, I think I want to have a big pillar. I think I want to have it sitting up on, you know what, this is ridiculous. Game mode. I got to stop so I can talk. Okay. So I think I want to have it up on top of like this area right here, and then have it like sort of reach out where it lowers the pillars. And then maybe, I don't know. See, I did kind of want to farm here, but we can do a farm anywhere. And I think that this is the coolest place for a big thing. So let me get to building. I'm just going to build a giant pillar with chains coming down, and then some ice platforms. I think that's going to be really cool. Really cool here. I'll come in if I find anything is super interesting about building the pillar, but I think we're in a good place. And we have, luckily, I'm going to build this out of the Dwarven palette, which is your typical cobble, stone, all that kind of stuff. So, and luckily we have a whole lot of that. So let me head back to the storage area and grab a bunch of stuff, and then I'll come back. All right, I found the perfect place for this. I really think this is going to be I think there's going to be a really cool build. Historically accurate? No. But who cares? We're living in a sort of quasi-fantasy world. If it looks cool, I am on board. Okay, so here's the plan. I'm flattening this just a bit, just to get to the level where there's a little bit more of a surface area to build a tower. I know, Pride, I'm building another tower. That's okay. It's going to be super cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a three-pronged ice, I don't know, arch type of situation. You'll know when I see it. It's turning into a little bit bigger of a project than I had originally anticipated. So this may be a multi-episode thing. I don't know. We'll see when we go. So one's going to fall over there. One's going to fall over here. And one is going to fall, wait, where's the back here, I think? Yeah, back here. So I want to put this fairly close because I want the arch to go the whole way across the speed. That way it's going to lower down. That floating thing has got to go. In fact, actually, I'll take that down now. Can I get there? Nope. Way over. How about now? Okay, cool. Good enough. All right, I'm going to take down this thing. This is going to take just a minute. And then I'm going to start laying out sort of the size of this, which is going to be big. Because I'm going to have to... How high are we? We're at 197. This is going to be at least 100 blocks tall, probably. Maybe not quite. But, I mean, it's... With the... It's going to have to be massive to think about how high up the ice is going to be raised and how far down the chains are going to be. I think the way I'm going to do is I'm going to have like one or two of the chains lowered, and then the rest of the chains, the remainder up top where like the ice is forming. That way it'll look like it's in action. Then after that, we can work on a road where the sort of people will come over here and get working. Is this whole thing floating? It almost looks like it's connected, doesn't it? What's going on over here? Is this sheep on a floating island? Oh no, is it only connected by one block? It might be. It may be. Anyway, let me get working. I got a lot of stuff to do. I'll bring in once I start the tower. I think that I've reached the end of my rope tonight. This has just been a bit of a tedious building process. Now I'm really gonna like it. I'm gonna love it. In fact, I really am. I've come up with a few ideas. First, let me show you where I am. Okay, first thing is, what is it? I've flown over here about 20 times to look at the tower, and I don't think I ever saw that this is a big field over there. That's cool. I don't really plan on building out this way, but good to know. Maybe we'll utilize that at some point. But here's the tower so far. It's getting there. It doesn't look that big, but that's a lot of stone and cobble and stuff. So we have a ton of it. It's not a big deal, but I think that I'm in a good place with this right now to stop and get together a plan for next episode of how I want to proceed with the next, with the cranes area. Because I think I'm high enough to start sort of the process with the cranes. I have a few ideas, but I'm going to want to sketch them out in a creative world and really test before I start wasting resources. Because anything that falls off this tower, it is left to die. I'm not going and getting stuff. Granted, it's cheap stuff, but still. I think that I've copied the Dwarven style from the ruins fairly well. Obviously, that is ruined, and this is not. This tower is not going to be ruined because they actually are utilizing it. But I think what we'll do in the future. So okay, so let me see here. Let's do this. Spectator. Okay. So here's the thing. So if you look at this, let's face this direction. If you look at this, I'm gonna have 3 sides hold ice trays, which is what I've been calling in my own head. Ice trays. So it's gonna be up, left, and down are gonna hold ice trays. Right doesn't really have room for one. So what I'm going to do right is I'm going to build a ruin that's going to go right along the racetrack, and it's going to go kind of over this way and along here. Maybe even over the track, something like that. It's going to be like kind of like a small wall, castle, keep, kind of signify that there used to be a lot more stuff here. I think we're going to go with something like that. But that's not today. That's not today work. So what I need to do is I need to go away, take a breath tonight, and kind of think about how I want to design this in the future. But I think we're getting there. I think this is going to be a really cool build. And yeah, we'll see you guys next episode. Thank you so much for coming by. Really do appreciate it. I really appreciate all the views and the comments and stuff like that. I think we're building something really awesome here in the Realm of Vasten, and I sure am proud of it. So, all right, I'll talk to you guys later. I love you. Bye, everyone.